Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Coffee Cup. My name is Ryan Gilkerson, lead creative here at Company 119 in Chardon. And today, we're going to tell you how you can make marketing automation a part of your business and actually implement some of the things that we've talked about this week. Sometimes when we're talking about marketing automation, it's such a broad spectrum of different services that you can offer with it. There's a lot to take in. But at the end of the day, if you don't even know how to make it happen at your place, what good does it do to know what it is, right? You've got to know how to make it work for your company. So we're going to look at that real quick. We've got a company called Business to Community who wrote a great article about implementing marketing automation with your company. And John, our automated assistant, John, is going to show us a screenshot here. And there it is. This is the article right here. You can find it at businesstocommunity.com. Article is called 6 Successful Tips for Marketing Automation Implementation. Some of it's common sense, some of it isn't. If you've never thought about getting into marketing automation, here's how you start. Number one thing to do, as we always tell you on the Coffee Cup, anytime you're going to implement anything in digital marketing, get your strategy together. Define your requirements and your goals before you even go into marketing automation. A lot of times you can replace some of your existing tools with a marketing automation tool. It will kind of wrap up a few different tools that you're using now and put them into one platform, which is really great. But the marketing automation, the goal of this, you have to determine exactly what numbers you're trying to hit, exactly who you're trying to target, and kind of, again, persona research helps you decide what you're going to do with marketing automation, knowing your customers, knowing whether you're going after all new business, past business, who you're going to target with that. All of that plays a part in deciding what you want to do with marketing automation. And then the next step based on that is you're going to pick your right marketing automation solution. There are a lot of options out there for different software packages that you can put in place to run your marketing automation. Here at Company 119, we're a gold partner with SharpSpring, which is a solution that we use. So most of our customers are on SharpSpring. However, we do have some customers on other platforms depending on what their needs were. There's 5 main things to consider when you're talking about picking the right marketing automation software for your company. Number 1, the feature set. What bells and whistles does this software have that you are looking for? Some are better at some aspects of marketing automation. Some are better at other aspects. Research. Find out which marketing automation software platforms have what you're looking for, and then look into those a little bit harder. Ease of use. Now, there's a lot of you out there that watch the Coffee Cup that are not necessarily computer savvy. You've dipped your toes in digital marketing. You've dipped your toes in the computer world, but you're not exactly programmers and developers. You might want to find a platform that's a little easier to use. If you're an agency or if you're a larger company, you can get into a little bit more robust marketing automation platform because your skill set is a little bit different. Make sure that you get a marketing automation software platform that is going to match with your skill set. Integrations. This one's really important. If you're currently using a CRM that you want to stick with, if you don't want to get rid of your AdWords account, Salesforce, for example, if you use that, you want to make sure that your marketing automation software is going to match up with the software that you want to move over and that it's easy to integrate. Can't stress that enough. Support. We do support for a lot of our customers here at Company 119, especially on the SharpSpring side. If they have questions about their marketing automation from a logistics standpoint, we can help with that. But it's not always easy to deal with these customers. You know how customer service and support can be with different companies. You want to make sure that you're getting feedback, you've read some reviews, and then when people have an issue with marketing automation, which will happen, that they're able to get the support that they need so that you're in a good position if something goes wrong. And then finally, pricing. Now, pricing, you don't want to use this as your number one criteria for what you're picking. If you go cheap, you're going to get cheap. If you spend a lot, it might be too much and more than what you need. But set your budget, know how much you're willing to put into it, and then find something that matches all those other criteria first and then fits in your price range. And then the 4th tip here is put a plan and process in place. As with everything else, you want to have a very defined system in place for moving everything over and making this transition easy. You want to identify who's going to be your admins, what are the rules of how you're going to use the system, what are the processes going to be. Have all of that laid out before you start to integrate so that way it's easier on your team to get this done. You want to work with sales. Get with your sales team. Define what different stages of the sales process look like. Identify those. What's a qualified lead? What's an unqualified lead? Make sure that you're all on the same page with that, because if you're not tracking people the same way in your marketing automation pipelines, it's not going to do you any good. Again, determine how it's going to integrate with the other systems that you use. Have a strategy in place for the migration of your contacts, your opt-outs, your bounce list from your current email platform. Make sure you've scrubbed your email list. Get rid of bad emails before you try to integrate. That's all going to help you out on the back end of this. Make sure that your website forms are all ready to go. Your forms that you have for contact and submissions on your website, make sure that those are all ready to integrate with your marketing automation software. Add a visitor tracking code to your website. This is so important. These different automation platforms are going to have a tracking code just like you have on your Google AdWords account. Make sure that you have that code in place on your website as you start to integrate. And then design your email and landing page templates for your marketing automation. We talked about that with Chad this week. Make sure that things look good. It matches your brand. Make sure that they've got call to actions that are going to be easily accessible. Make sure that your information that's key is above the fold. If you have any questions on that, go back and watch our coffee cup from earlier this week with Chad Paul that talks about designing a great landing page. Start simple and build out. Now, it's great to look at marketing automation. You're going to have this whole bevy of tools that are available to you. And you're going to say, man, I want to do all this today. I want to do all of this. It all sounds good. Baby steps. Work your way into it. Work on certain portions of your automation before you try to address the whole thing. It can be overwhelming. Not only that, but it can really start to hold you back. If you try to do too much at one time, you can actually have more delays in being able to roll out the second and third phases of what you want to do. So, if you're looking into doing a lot with your email campaigns. Maybe you want to start with that before you start integrating other assets and aspects of automation. And then you want to consider bringing in an automation agency partner like Company 119. What a great tip right here, business to community. Listen, we can handle all of it for you. And marketing automation, just like everything else, just like SEO that we talk about all the time, marketing automation is going to take some time out of your day. There's going to be a lot of aspects you want to get at. And you know what? There's a lot of trial and error involved with marketing automation. Well, companies like Company 119, we've already done the guesswork. We've already tried things. We've already A/B tested different types of emails. We've already done a lot of that. So when you come to us for help, it's going to streamline your process. It's going to be much simpler. And we've already gone through the process of trying to figure out what works. We already know what's working for our clients. We'd like to make that work for yours as well. So there it is, Marketing Automation 101. We talked a little bit about integration today, and you just learned more about implementing marketing automation software with your business before you finish your first cup of coffee than your competition will all day. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the morning.